Okay. Just a moment. Okay. Dear students, thank you for coming. It's a big pleasure for me to see you at my lecture. So today we will speak about the integration strategies, and today I have two partners to help me, Mickey Mouse and Minnie Mouse. From our today's lecture, you will see why I decided to ask them to help me to deliver these lectures. Actually, I'm not only the fan of Disney store, but we will try to use this information in our today's lecture. And also, you might see that I decided to take this t-shirt for today's lecture. Okay. So today we will speak about the integration strategies. Generally, integration strategies means that then different that companies want to involve some other enterprises into its activity. And generally, this lecture is like the next step after the previous one, after diversification. So you must remember from our previous lecture that integration is a type of diversification strategies, and today we will speak about different types of integration. What companies could be integrated, and the main purposes of this type of diversification. So we can say that any integration strategy is a diversification strategy, but not all diversification strategy means integration strategy. So diversification is bigger term than integration. Generally, there are two main types of integration strategy. Vertical integration, we briefly discussed it during our last lecture. It means that a firm wants to control its suppliers or its intermediaries. And when speaking about its suppliers, it means backward diversification. And if speaking about its intermediaries, it means forward vertical integration. And also it is possible to integrate some companies which produce the same products with us, so they integrate our competitors. In this very case, we are speaking about horizontal integration strategies. So here is the definition. Let's begin with strategies of vertical integration. So vertical integration means that we are trying to control different positions in a supply chain. So here we are manufacturing, so it is possible for us to control our suppliers or producers of raw materials. In this we are speaking about backward vertical integration, and if speaking about forward integration, in this case we want to set our own net of intermediaries, for example, our net of shops, or actually I have to add this to this picture. Sometimes it is possible that our product is not a final product. For example, if we are producing some computer chip, so it's not a final product. Yes, it is theoretically it is possible to sell this product to a final consumer, because for example, I have a friend and it is possible for him to produce a PC computer for himself. So it is possible for him to buy motherboards, computer chips, and to produce it by himself, because it will be much cheaper. Especially, usually he use some used products, used microschemes, used motherboards, used computer chips. So but mostly there are a lot of companies who use these computer chips as a detail for its production, for, I don't know, for notebook, for mobile telephone. So it could be also the type of integration, vertical forward integration, if a producer of computer chips want to merge, for example, a company which is using its details. For example, if computer chips company want to merge a company producing mobile telephones, for example. So if it is so, it must be obvious for you that we need the fourth level of strategy, the first, but it means that in this very case the company must have a corporate strategy. So we are trying to increase our influence in different positions of the industry value chain. Generally, before taking this strategy as a basis, you have to consider two main things. You must think about two main things. The first is costs. So you have to understand generally that this strategy is really good for your company only if the cost will be lower for your company. And also you have to understand that you must have competencies to provide this very strategy, because to produce any new product, even if it is a raw material for your own product, it is another technology. That's why your firm must be prepared for this. Here are some examples of full integration strategies. Generally, firms want to be integrated only in one or two supply chain steps, but sometimes there are some examples in some industries with full integration. I think the most obvious example is the fuel producing business. If speaking about Ukraine, we don't have big sources of oil in our country, but if speaking about, for example, Russia, they have a lot of companies. Which are integrated from the producing of raw materials and to some shops of some fuel station, I would say. And if speaking about some Ukrainian examples, I know exactly that a lot of companies connected with producing dairy products from milk, are integrated. Backward integration of this company is connected with the fact that I knew it exactly because several years ago I was interested in the problem. So the problem was that to produce any qualitative product from milk, we need a good milk. Yes, we need good milk. We need milk with a good quality. Means, and a lot of farmers are used to put antibiotics into milk. They use this drug for keep milk. And you know that to produce any product from milk, you need to put milk bacteria into the milk, and in this case, these useful bacteria will be killed by this drug. So a lot of companies decided to invest money into farmers, into producing of milk. And also, actually, I don't know where are all these small shops now, but if you remember, even 4 or 3 years ago, there are a lot of small casks of like cheese from Burluk, Sыры Burluka, in our city. So actually, as I heard, this company they have some problems connected with its owners. So I think it is the problem of not existing these casks. So, but generally, if speaking about the situation which was in our city, okay, 5 years ago. So here is an example of full integration from producing of the main raw material for our industry, milk, to producing, to selling the products to final consumers. And here at this picture, one more time, it is explained that we are speaking about forward integration when we are speaking about integration into sales. Backward integration means what we are trying to control our suppliers, and full or balanced integration means that we are trying to control all steps in value chain in our industry. The most obvious, okay, I wanted to ask you, but okay, let it be, I will describe you. The most obvious tendency today of forward integration in sales, it is an integration strategy with the help of internet appearance. If speaking about the situation which was 20 years ago, to sell something you must have a store, you must have a shop, and you will have to pay salary to the personnel in this very shop. But nowadays you don't need to, if you want to be forward integrated into sales, you don't need to set some shop. You want, in this very case, you need only the internet site for it, and that's all. So here at this very screen, I tried to show you my experience where I buy some products. For example, if speaking about sports equipment, I like badminton, and maybe you don't think about it, but everybody who plays badminton needs some products every month and every week. Generally, these products are shuttlecocks. Then I need grip for my racket every month. Then I need a string for my racket. Even not speaking about sports clothes. And nowadays I don't need to visit any shop. I'm just visiting this internet site, and that's all. Okay, in the center, sorry, in the center of the picture I put it Disney shop. So all my family, they are fans of Disney, and I really love it. Please don't think that it is a piece of advertising. It's just how to say, I'm just explaining the things which I love. So we will speak about this company. Actually, this company is also very diversified company, and in the end of today's lecture, we will speak about some connections, about some parts of its strategy connected with vertical integration. But now I just want to tell you that they do have some shop, and okay, I will show you this internet site. Sorry, just a moment. Just a moment. I will open it. Okay, here is the site. So they are, you might don't know that they are selling not only toys, but clothes. Actually, from clothes, I don't know. I don't have any information about producing of shoes by Disney, but everything else, it is possible to buy hoodies, t-shirts, shorts, trousers, socks, everything by Disney. So actually I like this quality, and it is possible to buy even products for a Christmas tree at this very site. So you can visit it. It is an official Disney site. So I don't need to visit these some special shop. I need just to visit this internet site. That's all. And frankly speaking, these products are a little bit expensive, but they have the sale part at these sites. So generally, it is possible to buy all these products twice cheaper. Okay. Just a moment. I'm switching into my presentation. Okay. If speaking about airplane tickets, generally I've never bought tickets for airplane at some agency, and for me it was nonsense. But okay, I will continue my idea, and then I will speak about the exception from this rule. Generally, it must be quite obvious for you that to buy a plane ticket, you don't need anything else than your credit card. So 5 or 6 clicks, and you are an owner of a plane ticket, yeah, and that's all. You don't need to visit some special cars to special office to buy it. And generally, if you ask me 2 weeks ago, I will say that I saw only one office for selling tickets, for selling airplane tickets in our Kharkov airport. And I know it only because I'm using this building, so that's why I saw these offices, small offices for selling tickets. But about 4 weeks ago, we went through Gagarina Avenue, Prospect Gagarina, and with my friend, and we saw a ticket office, and I told him that, okay, what a nonsense to have a ticket office now. Who will visit it? And he said, okay, Pavel, maybe you have experience in this activity, I mean, in buying tickets. So for you, it's not a big deal to buy a ticket, but for me, is. That's why it is easier for me to go to this office and to buy it. And I understand all these companies that are trying to sell some products or services by themselves, but also they're trying to use some intermediaries. There are some people who need these services, but generally for me it is rather strange, because it was the red line. The red line, you might know this term. It means that this shop, this agency, this travel agency, and it's not travel agency, it is like only how to say, the office which is selling some tickets. It was the title of this shop, Aviakasse. For me it was rather strange, but because it is a red line, so the price for this office must be very high, very expensive. But still they are. I saw them only 2 weeks ago. I think they still are at this very office. That's why companies want not only to sell its products or services, but also invite some intermediaries to help them. But the general tendency of, I would say, from the 1980s, last century, was the general tendency was creating the vertical marketing systems. It means that the producer want to integrate retailers and wholesalers to its structure, but also the company is trying to use some other retailers. The example of the strategy of mixing this strategy is, for example, Russian company. You must know this chocolates company from Ukraine, even I think even international students. So you might know that there are a big net of its shops in Kharkov and generally in Ukraine, Russian shops, and there are some products which could be bought only in these shops. For example, if speaking about some special cakes, it is possible to buy it only in these shops. But if speaking about general products, for example, chocolate bars, it is possible, or some candies, it is possible to buy it anywhere, not only in this very net of shop, but if you visit any net of supermarkets, I don't know, Silpo, ATB, Rost, any, it is possible to find some products of Russian companies. So we are building a vertical marketing system. We are using our own retailers, and we are using some other retailers. When it is possible to use this strategy, when we have to think about this very strategy. Firstly, when there are only a few distributors, and in this very case, if they don't want to work with us, it is a good idea for us to organize such a business. Then the second, usually retailers have high profit margins than producers, and in this very case we can think, okay, we are producers, so why should we not to take also these very profits, so let it be. Then if it's not possible to meet distribution needs for some distributions. For example, if speaking about some Russian cakes, they need a fridge to sell it, yes, and the fridge must be a quality fridge. And in this very case, maybe it's not possible for us to find an appropriate distributor for our products. Then, if the industry expected to grow significantly, in this very case, we are trying to increase the profitability of it. Then our company must have enough resources for this business, because to use integration strategy we need some investment resources, and also it must be some other advantages of this strategy. We will speak about it a little bit later. If speaking about backward integration, okay, I'm reminding you that there is a case when we are trying to control our suppliers. The most important ideas, benefits of this is that in this very case we are controlling the quality of our raw materials, and the prices of our raw materials will be more stable. So you know that if speaking about your supplier, if somebody else asks asks your supplier to supply them this raw material, maybe they will say yes to this company and say no to you. Actually, let's take an example from our life. I know this situation from my friend. My friend is an owner of a small company who is selling the textile, special textile. Maybe you know it is this textile could be used for face masks. The name of textile is Meltbound. It's special textile to produce face masks. But also this textile could be used for other types of products. I don't know, some clothes maybe for nurses, something like that. And this spring, everybody wanted to have some profit from the pie, from the big pie of money connected with this pandemic. So it wasn't possible to buy these textile. And I know it exactly from the situation, because the mobile phone of this friend was really red. When I saw him during training, it were a really big number of telephone calls. Please supply us, please us supply. And he said, okay, I don't have this, because everything is sold. So we need this textile from China. We are waiting it, but now it's not possible to buy it. And it is an example. Then supplier sell these raw material with better price, and the company which need this type of raw material will be were out of business, because it wasn't possible then to buy this product. And if the company was integrated, selling or production of this textile was integrated into this company in this case wouldn't have some problems with the situation. And some examples of vertical integration. If speaking about, you must know this company, Starbucks Coffee. So this company, I told you last time that they decided to organize not only a coffee business, but also producing, the selling of coffee beans, but they decided to buy some coffee beans farm in China to produce their own coffee beans. It is an international example of vertical integration. Another types of this, another example could be use Disney Store. I shown you this internet site, and generally it is a type of forward integration. The last, this is the example of backward integration, vertical backward integration, and here is an example of vertical forward integration. Another example of backward integration is connected with Ford company. When this company decided to invest into production of glass and iron. Okay, I have only 2 minutes, so let's make a break, and after the break we will speak about advantages and disadvantages of this strategy. So I'm waiting you in 5 or 6 minutes.
Okay, thank you.
Just a moment. So let's begin with advantages, the advantages of this type of strategy, with advantages of integration strategy. First of all, we will have lower costs because actually, everybody in this very case will be interested to increase the profitability of our general value chain. Then, the quality of our suppliers will be improved because we are interested in producing the best details for our production. Then critical resources can be acquired. It means that nobody will tell us, no supplier will tell us, okay, we sold our products to another company. Then it will be general control and coordination in supply chain. It lets us to increase the effectiveness of our business. And generally, the next greater market share is the general advantage of diversification. And also new components, it is also the general advantage of diversification. And secure distribution channel means that in this very case, we are decreasing the risks of supplying not connected with our suppliers. Generally, there are different possibilities to control our supply chain, but this type of controlling is the most tough, I would say. But generally, we will speak about today we will speak about some other types of controlling your supplies. But there is a really big set of disadvantages of this strategy. First of all, it will be higher costs on management, because the bigger enterprise, the more difficult managerial techniques we have to use in this situation. Then these generally the second and the third is they are somehow connected. You know that if the company, our supplier, is in our general structure, usually it's not one enterprise, usually there are different enterprises, but they are controlled in the form of holding. But if we have only independent suppliers, if there is any problem, it is possible for us to switch to another supplier, and that's all. So we can say, okay, we don't want to buy your products, that's all. For some reasons. It could be lower quality. For example, please imagine the situation that at a market appeared a film with better technology and the better price or the better quality. So in this very situation, in this very situation, it is much better for us to switch into supplying by this very firm. But if we have our own supplier, I mean, in our integrated system, it's not possible for us, because in this very case, this another firm, our firm, became a bankrupt, and in this very case, we have to think, we have to keep this enterprise, so it reduces our flexibility, and this lower flexibility also is one of the reasons of competitive disadvantages. If we want to use vertical integration strategy, we may think not about the total controlling of our suppliers, but we can use another form. For example, franchising, for example, long-term contracts, for example, like this. And here in this very table, there are some common advantages, some differences, and common disadvantages of cooperation and integration. Cooperation means that our enterprises stay independent, but we have a longer period of cooperation, I would say. So in any case, we are improving supply chain coordination. We will have higher control over inputs and the whole value chain, and it also increases entry barriers to potential competitors, because if we have long contracts, to have, for example, some deficit raw material will be really a problem for a company which wants to enter our industry. And common disadvantages, the red bar, please follow me. Common disadvantages are the following: we have a high coordinational costs, and we have lack of supplier competition. But there are some differences. The main difference is that we, in this very case, if we have cooperation, we have better flexibility than if company is integrated into our business. The second type of integration strategies. Let's go to this picture. Here is this picture. Now we are speaking about the bottom bar. The second type of integration strategy is horizontal integration. It means that in this situation, we are trying to merge another company in our business. For example, Disney merged Pixar movie production. Here is the logical scheme of horizontal integration strategies. Here we are in the red bar, and we are trying to control another company at the same level of producing. Generally, the difference between vertical and horizontal integration is rather obvious. In the previous situation, we tried to control or maybe not to control, but another type of vertical integration is that we are trying to set up this business connected with our suppliers or our retailers, and in horizontal integration we are trying to merge our competitors. When the strategy is very useful. First, when the industry is growing and the rate of this growing is rather high, it's rather good idea to merge some competitor to grow fastly. Also, if we don't have some capabilities, we can take it from our competitors, and it lets us in future to build a monopoly. And also from the course of strategic management, you might remember the very important thing, economy of scales. The more we are buying, the less is our price for raw materials, for transporting raw materials per every unit, I mean. That's why it is also will help to increase our effectiveness of our company. There are two different types of how to say, setting control on another company. It is merging or acquisition. Generally, there are a lot of books connected with the topic, and it is like stable contracting M&A, mergers and acquisitions. So when we are speaking about merging, it will be some company with mixed name and with mixed owners. And if speaking about acquisitions, we are speaking that one company taking another company. In Russian, first mergers is слияние, acquisitions is поглощение. Тоже наверняка вы слышали слово слияние и поглощение, достаточно часто используется. If speaking about acquisition, in this case, I would take a Disney company. So they took Pixar, and the technologies of Pixar really led Disney to go to the new level of cartoons, I would say. If speaking about mergers, the company Exxon merged with company Mobile, and the company name is Exxon Mobile. There are some examples of horizontal integration strategies. So when PepsiCo decided to merge Quaker Oats, okay, there are a lot of examples generally, but I decided to speak a little bit in details about this company, because this company is not only a diversified company, but also this company is this company uses vertical integration. And now we will speak about not about all strategy of the company, but we will speak about some pieces of the strategy which is connected with vertical integration. And horizontal integration, okay. So you must know this man who is at the left top corner of the screen, Walt Disney. He was the animator, and he was really good in producing tunes, but he was also a brilliant manager, and it helps him to create a really big empire in the media market, but not only in media. You might know that the first movie with live actors, it was Treasury Island. The movie was produced in 1950. 1950, 70 years ago. This movie wasn't translated into Russian or into Ukrainian. That in Ukraine, I think only few people know about this movie, but generally the first movie with live actors was produced by Walt Disney Company in 1950. So more than 70 years ago, yes. And in the same year, Walt Disney, after not this year, but a little bit earlier, after the Second World War, he decided to organize some parks with entertainment. You must know this trademark, it is Disneyland. And in this Disneyland, it was possible to buy some toys, some clothes. Mostly it was some t-shirts, just a souvenir from visiting these parks. So you visited this Disneyland, and as a souvenir you took, I don't know, a Minnie Mouse from this park. But later he realized that there were a lot of people who wanted to buy these dolls, for example, and he organized the production of these dolls. He began with some, not only dolls, but with toys. And the first, all these examples are the examples of diversification strategy, not connected with vertical integration. But a little bit later, he realized that it was a very good possibility to organize Disney shops, and here at the left bottom part of the screen you can see the example. And we don't have such shops in Ukraine. As far as I know the only place where it is possible to buy something produced by Disney. There are some kiosks in our, for example, in Daffy or in Caravan, but generally we don't have such shops in Ukraine, as far as I know. Today I tried to find this information, but I haven't managed to find it. But generally, it was the first example of vertical integration, and when everybody decided to use internet to sell the product, Disney Company, not Walt Disney, but Disney Company decided to also use this possibility, and nowadays it is possible to buy products by Disney Company through these internet site. So it is also an example of vertical integration. Okay, so as an outcome from this lecture, today we discussed integration strategy, and there are two types of integration. When vertical integration, when we want to control our suppliers or the firm which are using our goods as raw materials for themselves, or our intermediaries. And the second type of integration is horizontal integration. It is the situation when we are trying to control, when we're trying to merge our competitors. Thank you for watching. I'm listening to your questions. Okay, no questions. Okay, bye-bye. See you. See you next Tuesday. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.